Hello students, now we are back with part 2 of chapter 1 History SST Class 8 How, When, and Where. Next topic is what is colonial. In this book, you will read about the way the British came to conquer the country and establish their rule, subjugating local Nawabs and Rajas. You will see how they established control over the economy and society, collected revenue to meet all their expenses, bought the goods they wanted at low prices, produced crops they needed for export. You will also came to know about the changes British rule brought about in values and taste, custom and practices. When the subjugation of one country by another leads to these kinds of political, economic, social and cultural changes, we refer the process as colonization. Next topic is how do we know? What resources do historians use in writing about the last 250 years of Indian history? First, administration produces records. One important source is the official records of the British administration. Every instruction, plan, policy decision, agreement, investigation had to be clearly written up. Once this was done, things could be properly studied and debated. This conviction produced an administrative culture of memos, notings, and reports. The British also felt that all important documents and letters needed to be carefully preserved. Specialized institutions like archives and museums were also established to preserve important records. You can also study the notes and reports that district officials prepared, or the instructions and the directive that were sent by officials at the top to provincial administratives. In the early years of 19th century, these documents were carefully copied out and beautifully written by calligraphists, that is, by those who specialized in the art of beautiful writing. By the middle of the 19th century, with the spread of printing, multiple copies of these records were printed as proceedings of each government department. When New Delhi was built, the National Museum and the National Archives were both located close to the vice-regal palace. This location reflects the importance these institutions had in British imagination. Surveys become important. The practice of surveying also became important and common under the colonial administration. The British believed that a country had to be properly known before it could be effectively administered. By the early 19th century, detailed surveys were being carried out to map the entire country. In the villages, revenue surveys were conducted. The effort was to know the topography, the soil quality, the flora, the fauna, the local histories, etc., and the cropping pattern, all the facts seen as necessary to know about the administer the region. From the end of the 19th century, census operations were held every 10 years. These prepared detailed records of the number of people in all the provinces of India, noting information on caste, religion, and occupation. There were many other surveys: botanical surveys, zoological surveys, archaeological surveys, anthropological surveys, forest surveys, etc. Now, next topic is what official records do not tell. From this vast corpus of records, we can get to know a lot of, but we must remember that these are official records. They tell us what the officials thought, what they were interested in, and what they had wished to preserve for posterity. We have diaries of people, counts of pilgrims and travelers, autobiographies of important personalities, and popular booklets that were sold in the local bazaars. As printing spread, newspapers were published and issues were debated in public. Leaders and reformers wrote to spread their ideas, poets and novelists wrote to express their feelings. All these sources, however, were produced by those who were literate. From these, we will not be able to understand how history was experienced and lived by the tribals and the peasants, and the workers in the mines or the poor on the streets. So that's all from this video. Please like and subscribe our channel if you like the video, and to watch the first part of the video, please go and search on YouTube Exam Ace. Thank you.